if you're new here, my name is Louise. I'm a proud mum to 2 adult children. Blossom, who doesn't live here anymore, Corey, who does, and I've got 2 dogs, Chip and Down, who you'll hear them patting around, I'm sure, at some point. So, this week, we have shopped in Asda. Prices have gone up, like, you could say they've gone up a little bit, but each item's gone up. And it's, I don't think, a little bit. As an example, dog food that I buy every week, I buy the little packets, they've gone up 10p each. So the 6 packets I got, that works out a lot. Like I noticed that a big chunk of the shop now has gone up, which is not good for us in England. Our food shopping's gone up, our fuel prices, our gas, he's about to triple this year. That's fun. But guess what didn't go up? Our wages didn't go up. Shock. So my £60, we got a £60 budget. We're still good at the moment. This week I spent about 45 with Asda. There are a little bit I got in Tesco, but there's just a couple of little bits. The price hike was a little bit of a shock. It's like all of a sudden it's on everything at the same time, which isn't good. Like if you get a little bit here and there, it's not so bad, but it's like a whole load at the same time. But, you know, nothing can do about it, so we just have to get on with it and try and find more bargains, which, again, hasn't happened to this year. Last year, my January food bargains were way better than this year. Other people just got there before me, I guess. So, yeah, if you enjoy hauls and you're not subscribed, don't forget to subscribe down below. That's really appreciated. I do put up something during the week. There's no schedule for during the week. There's only a schedule to my hauls, which is Saturday at 5 o'clock every week. If you're interested in whatever else I put out during the week, don't forget to click the notification bell. Then you're notified when I do upload. Like I said, it could be 1 a week, 2 a week. It really depends what's going on. So now that lot's out of the way, let's get on with our food haul. Spinach is now going to be my new favourite thing. I think I'm just going to stick with the spinach for now. Actually getting through about a packet of this a week, which is good because I don't wilt it down. Obviously, if I did wilt it down, I'd get through more. But I use this now as my base to my salad. I was using other salad leaves, whatever I had in. Romaine is my favourite of choice at the moment, but all of the lettuce seemed pretty bad this week, so I just thought we'll just stick with the spinach for now, because the spinach is the thing that I notice if I don't eat much of it, I can physically feel the difference. So we're just going to stick with the spinach, and this is 60p for the big bag as well, so we're good with that. Another cucumber, these are 45p. I've gone for really big fat one this week, actually. I do take the skin off when I put it in my salad, so I'm better off getting the big fat ones. And for the first time last week, I picked these ones up. These are 89p. I usually get the little plum tomatoes, but I've gone for the cherry last week because it worked out 10p cheaper for the same amount. And they're just the same. They're pretty good. They're worth saving the 10p for. He's now going to have to just go on something else, isn't it? Packet of potatoes, 91p. So these ones are actually gone down. Potatoes tend to go up and down quite regular anyway. Very strange number, 91. Don't have any ideas. So this week was a sort of fibro fog shop, and I only had 2 things on my list, which was jam and foil. I managed to get those. So everything else, there isn't a particular plan for most of it. Now I did get a 6 pint of semi-skim milk. As you can see, we're halfway through. I completely ran out on Wednesday night. So I actually had to go into the store to pick this up on Thursday. And that's how much has gone already. I don't know if Corey's drinking glasses of milk, which she doesn't normally do, which is fine. But if we carry on like this, I may have to do a top-up shop this week. Which, you know, if it happens, it happens. It's not a biggie. I work in town anyway, so popping in isn't a big deal. My favourite coffee, this is your most basic coffee you can get. Flat white type coffee, nothing fancy about it. This is the only thing that's really stood up price-wise. 70p, and it has been for the longest time. This has not been going up in the prices, so I really enjoy this one anyway, so I'm sticking with it. 70p, and this lasts me a good week. Corey asked for quite a few little bits and bobs. Most of this shop I feel like is probably more Corey, because I do have a lot of things still in, so I didn't need it. He asked for jam. We usually have some jam in, but we haven't for a while. Nobody's really been eating it, so there's no point in buying it. This is always my favourite choice of jams anyway. It's the Hartley's Raspberry Seedless. Now, they usually go for about £1.60, but I would only ever buy it when it's down to £1. 2 tins of tuna. Tuna bakes are something we and Corey both eating at the moment, and we have a lot of tuna bake pasta sauce packets because I managed to get them last year in the sale, so we've got a ridiculous amount. Plus, Corey's trying to think of different sandwich fillers. Oh, at this point, while I'm thinking of sandwich fillers, just to let you know, if you saw my haul last week and I bought the sort of polony thing, the only one that I could find that was closest to a polony as possible, he did try it. He took the end off, tasted a little bit. He said it was ridiculously salty, so much so he couldn't finish the little bit he'd eaten off the end. So I'm going to freeze it and maybe might make a meal with it, like cook it in something. He said he's really, really salty. So just in case anybody was thinking of trying it, it's salty. So yeah, sandwich fillers. I think he made himself some tuna and mayonnaise to go in his sandwich last night. Picked up another thing of green beans, just because. I only managed to get one last week because they were out, and they only had 3 this week. So yeah, green beans are quite thin on the ground at the moment. 2 tins of spaghetti loops. These are my favourite. They're 34p. I love these ones. They're better than the Heinz, the more expensive ones. I've tried both, and I always go back to these because I just enjoy these so much more. The dog food I was talking about a minute ago. So these were 50p last week. They're now 60p each. Did look at all the, you know, you get the big boxes that are multi-packs to work out price differences and stuff. This is still the cheaper way to go, which is a shame. I could have got an extra packet, but hey. So I bought 3 beef pates and 3 turkey and chickens. My dogs are getting through quite a lot of food at the moment. They seem to be quite hungry, or this food just isn't sustaining them. So I'm having to give them either 2 of these, or they do have a Webox, which I don't have to buy so often because it's a big chub roll and you get lots in the packet. We are getting low. I might need them next week actually. But I break them up so they get a little bit of this and a little bit of the Webox chub roll. Mix it up different days so they don't get bored. Corey's favourite, I get this every week for him. He just enjoys it. His Dr Pepper, it's his treat. £1.85 for one, or 2 for £3. I will hide the other one in the fridge, in the shed. Normally I would get the Asda's own version, but they haven't had them for a while again. When they do get them, I'm going to stock up again. I did it with the sauces. He has a Doritos, cheesy Doritos, and a cheese and chive dip. Now, cheese and chive dip was out a long time ago, so when they did get it in before Christmas, I bulk bought on that. We've still got a couple of jars. Same with this now, it's the chips I can't get. So the chips will be 85p if it was the Asda's own make. This is £1.25, but I will, like I said, when they get them in, I will bulk buy on them. But they do have the salty ones, so if you want the salty ones or the cool ones, which is tomato and garlic, if I remember rightly, I haven't looked for a while, they do have those in store at the moment. But this is my local Asda, yours might be different. I picked up another foil. This is 65p for 20 metres. We get through quite a lot of foil, so this is a regular. And I bought some curly whirlies. I didn't realise, because they take quite a long time to get through, don't they? Because they're the chewy toffee, so they take a while. And you've got the chocolate on it as well, so you get your sweet fix. 98 calories for one of them. I didn't realise. Yeah, I thought I was going to try putting one of these in the freezer. I've seen this on diet sites, you know, like on Instagram and that. A lot of people, they put this in the freezer because it takes longer to get through it. I don't know how that's going to go. I'm not sure that's going to be very good for my teeth, but I'm going to put one in there just to try it anyway. Crumpies. Now, these were a little bit more. These are £1.20. But I was looking at the calorie content. This is 135 for one of these, whereas the little ones are like 106. So I thought I'll get these instead. I'm getting more of it for the calories, I think, anyway. Yeah, I haven't had crumpets for a while. Like I said, I didn't have any meal ideas with this because it was one of them fibro thingy day. It was just a bad fog day. Picked up some sausage patties. Now, these are 53 calories for one, and I've wanted these for a while. I just keep forgetting to pick them up. They're quite expensive. They're £2.20 for 4. It would be cheaper to get meat ones, but I'm just really not into meat. I'd get the meat ones for Corey. He's still got a couple in the fridge. He's still got a couple in the freezer, so yeah, I have to pay a little bit more if I just don't want the meat. I mean, it's a shame, but... Got Corey some white rolls. These are 69p. He does prefer the other ones, but they're 8. You get 8 rolls and they're 99p, but you don't tend to get through them all, so I've saved a few pence by getting a couple less. The crisps, my favourite crisps. We put these on the tuna bakes. I just love them. The texture's perfect. The saltiness is perfect. They're now 85p for a packet. When I first started hauling, I remember they were 70p, so these are creeping up as well. So I picked 2 up because when we do have them on the tuna bake, you crunch them up, and they're not very big packets anyway. I think they're like 17 grams. Picked up Corey's chicken quarter pounders. He likes these ones. Now, this is again another thing. They're £1.60 before. I always buy them when they're on the pound deal. They're £1.25 at the moment. I feel like that's going to be the lowest they go. It's like the Pringles used to go down from full price to, you know, on a deal for £1 for a while. They haven't for the, like, a good year. £1.25 is the cheapest you get the Pringles for as well. I think this is going to be the same thing. It's not going to go down to £1 again. I could be wrong. I am guessing. But it was £1.25, and I think that's going to be the lowest price. These are really, really good, though. These are they're 100% chicken breasts, and they really are a good chunk chicken breast. They're not chopped and shaped or anything. They're in a like a Rice crispy coating, so they're extremely crunchy. They are a really good quarter pounder. So that's what I got the rolls for. I know they're not going to quite fit, but he'll have to deal with it. I rave about this pizza whenever I get it. I do pick it up for Corey more often than me, but I actually do fancy some pizza for a change, which I'm not massive on pizzas. This one is the most awesome pizza ever. Got it for £2.75 because it's on a deal at the moment. It can go up as high as £4 depending on where you go to pick it up. This is the sweet honey and barbecue salami. It is just so good. It literally does come out looking like that. You know, a lot of the times the packets, and then when you cook them, they're nothing like it. They are exactly like that. They're just so good. I cannot recommend this one enough. So if you've not tried it and you get the opportunity, I would recommend that. Try to fill up the freezer with cheaper things. We've got a lot of space anyway. 4 cheese and bean bakes for £1. These are really good. I've had them before. Definitely worth £1 for 4 of them. Again, another cheaper type thing to put in the freezer. Corey likes to have his little snacky things. These are the like French bread type pizzas. You get 2 for 90p. I get a lot of, if you've not been here before, I do get a lot of frozen meals because Corey does night work and he eats different times to me, and he just can't be bothered. He just wants to shove something in the oven and be done with it, or in the microwave, whatever way he decides to cook it. So this one is 85p for a cheese tomato pasta bake. £1.20 for the beef lasagna, but this one is a cut above other lasagnas in other stores because Corey's tried them, and this is the one he always asks for. The Bisto meals, I only ever buy them if they're on a pound deal, and he hasn't had some with the hot pot for a while. I think the last one I got was the cottage pie or shepherd's pie. I just thought, you know, even though it's just the potatoes are cut up a bit different, it just makes you feel like you got a different type meal. So this is £1 at the moment. Corey does like having his chicken things, like his dippers and strips and stuff like that. He doesn't really like nuggets so much. Don't know why. I think they're exactly the same. But he would have a few of these on the side of a meal rather than chips, even though I did get the chips just because we haven't got any and I just like them to be there in case. So anyway, these are 70 chicken dippers, 1.275 kilograms. They're £3.60. Now, pay attention if you are planning on getting these, because there is another packet that's very, very similar, but they're not in the batter. They're the breaded ones, and I noticed that the kilogram bit of it was 600, so it's half the amount, and it was £3 instead of £3.60. For 60p you're getting double the amount of product. So if you do look for them, make sure you check it if that's what you're after. £1.25 for the French fries. That was just because we haven't got any. I haven't had for a little bit, and I just wanted them to be in there. Oh, and this one was, we have this strange freezer in our Asda. It looks like where they dump the extras that they couldn't fit in the right slot, so they'll just put it all in this end bit. But they also do put the reduced bit and don't always reduce it. And as I do Scan and Go, I just go through and scan random things, and I scanned this and it came up at £1. Purely the only reason I picked it up. It's a Turtley Tempting chocolate and candy floss, which is unusual, flavour ice cream swimming with sweet toffee sauce and caramel filled choc turtles. I just thought it sounded nice. You know, sometimes it's nice just to have something in the freezer like that for when you do want a dessert. I don't do desserts that often, so Corey probably will get through that before I do, because he's more likely to eat ice cream than me. That was all the Asda. I had to go into the pound store for this. Now, lasagna in the Quorn in my local town, unless I go like travel further out, I can't find the lasagna. The only place I can get is the pound store. If you follow my Instagram, you will know that I've wanted this for a little while. A meat-free lasagna. I'm not a veggie, but I don't like mince. Just don't like it. Don't like the texture, don't like the taste, nothing. When I found this, I got really excited. I cooked this the other day, waited the 40 minutes, had the lovely smells going on in the kitchen, took it out of the oven, and I dropped it, and it went upside down as well. The entire thing on the floor. I honestly could have cried. So I had to go in and get another one because I really, really want this, but I'm going to be so extremely careful when I take it out this time. So that was the only reason I went into the pound store, was to get that. And then I went into Tesco's because that's the place I like to get my toilet roll. The price is better. These are good quality, whatever your opinion is. I like these ones. They're £2.20 for 9 of them. And for me, it's worth going in an extra store to get those. So I picked up 2 of those. And whilst I was in there, I just found this on the reduced thing. I've been wanting this for a while, but I haven't really put much effort into looking at prices or, you know, actually putting myself out to pick one up. So this is a makeup remover pad, but I don't know what it is they put in it or whatever way it works, but you just put water on it. You don't need any liquids or lotions or potions or anything like that. So I just found this, and it was reduced to 36p. It says from 72 on that ticket, but when I looked at the receipt, actually originally was £3. So that is a bargain. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but it would be nice if it takes the makeup off with no extra substances. Yeah, I don't actually have to buy a makeup remover that often because Saturday, my whole day, is the day I do my makeup. I like playing around with it. It's a bit of fun. I'm getting a little bit better than when I first started doing it. I'm learning little techniques as I go along. It's just literally, it's my first day off on the weekend and it's the perfect excuse. So I don't really need to buy lots of makeup remover, but if the pad works, then I'm saving money already. And we are all for saving money this year. Conscious effort about saving money. Hey, so editing Lois here. Just thought I'd better jump back on. I realised when I was editing that I skipped round a whole section. I started off like with the fresh, went up to the back and then came down the front, and I missed a whole section. So I need to jump on and show you it and explain it. I don't know how I managed it. Seriously, when I'm watching back, I think, what? So there was a big slab of cheese on there, £3.65 for 825 grams. Haven't bought this for a while, so we actually don't have any reserves. We used to have a load of reserves. The Richmond Sausages I was talking about last week, actually picked them up. They're still £2, and you get, I think you get 8 sausages in there for £2 is a really good deal. These are the meat-free ones. And Corey started taking things to work, like a sandwich or a pie or something, and he's like, he said, like, if you see anything you think would be good, take to work. So I actually picked up pepperamis, 5 for £1.50 at the moment, so that's on a deal. They're usually way more expensive than that. And then I picked up some fridge raiders. This is a 4-pack. You get, strangely, you get 2 slow roasted flavour, 1 katsu flavour and 1 southern style, and these £2 at the moment. Again, that's on a deal. So I don't know how I managed it. So even though I'm going to pass you back and I'm going to go into them, I think I go back into the money. I didn't edit the end of it because I realised I needed to get that in there. Yeah, the total was the same with that. I just don't know how I managed to miss that. So I needed to jump on just to put it out there. Usually, or no, A lot of the time I do miss one or two things, and then I can just like put a little bracket in with the price, but the fact that I missed the whole section, I had to come on and show you. So that's what it is. I just needed to jump on and let you know. I know from watching back that I missed it. I genuinely didn't have a clue when I was doing it. Really don't know how I managed it, because it's like quite a big section there. So anyway, I'm going to pass you back to the last bit of the video. That's my haul. So it came to, like I said, £45 for the Asda, £1.50 for the corn lasagna, and then £2.76 for the Tesco. So we were under budget. Our budget is £60. We are under budget. Hopefully we'll stay under budget even with the price hike. Another week done. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a lovely weekend, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.